Hey guys, I'm back with another video. Basically what this video is, it's like re-explaining my drawing process and everything, because I change my art style like every couple months. I'm trying not to do that anymore. I'm trying to like find a rendered art style from myself. And today, the test subject is Aang. I decided to draw him because I wanted to have some fun for once. I've been very burnt out with drawing and everything. Anyway, let's get into what I'm kind of doing here. So, you can see that I'm kind of breaking down the shapes and everything, because some people can just go in with straight up line work, and it's I don't know how they do that. So yeah, I have to sketch everything out, and I always have a reference because I can't remember anything. Visually, it's hard for me to picture stuff in my head. And it's some people call that aphantasia, but it's it's not to the point where there's nothing there, but it's to the point where it's I can't clearly visualize it. So I always have a reference handy. Speaking of hands, that's what I'm drawing here. And you can see the proportions are very off right now in this part of the drawing, because I'm gonna fix that later. Also, pro tip from a non-pro: use the copy and paste tool. Abuse it. Quite literally, abuse it. There are no rules. Okay? Unless you're stealing someone's work. Okay, don't do that. But it's steal like an artist, as Ethan Becker would say. His art is awesome. His art is really, really good. And I've taken a lot of helpful tips from him, except for the semi-opaque brush thing. That's something. I did that for a while, but it's I don't know if it really fits what I want to do here. But yeah. You can see what I'm kind of trying to do is clean everything up, add some final details and everything. And also I don't do line art. I just completely skip that step because I don't know, I just got bored with it. It's everything seemed way too flat. Everything seemed too lifeless. So I just decided to put more emphasis on my sketch and cleaning up the sketch and everything like that. So, yeah, another pro tip: just don't do line art, okay? Unless you want to. Unless you really like line art. If you want a line art tutorial, go somewhere else for that, because I don't know that field of work right there. It's just not. It ain't worth it at this point. So yeah, you can see I'm starting to draw his face. Aang is awesome. I love that show. Avatar: The Last Airbender, my favorite show at the moment. I'm trying to find more I guess I like kids shows that have good plots. Okay, I don't want to watch no CoComelon. No shame to you if you like that, but it's just not my thing. I need a plot for me to be interested in a show like Cartoon Network, that kind of stuff. The Amazing World of Gumball kind of annoyed me a little bit. I don't know why it annoyed me so much, but yeah, that was a thing. So I'm just basically trying to find more shows that are in that category and everything. And also, let me excuse the proportions of this drawing. You're gonna see when it goes to the next clip that it'll be way more refined, because I ended up actually flipping the canvas. And you can see here that I changed the background of the drawing, because I find that to be very important for my process. And you can see that I add the base colors and everything, and playing a little color theory game. I did not use blue for his arrow. It was a straight up green gray sort of situation. But yeah, I don't know that much about color theory. I just basically do a trial and error kind of situation. So I put a color down, and if it's too desaturated, I'll just saturate it. I do all the base colors on the same layer, And I don't do it super efficiently because I want everything to be like covered underneath the multiply layer that I put the sketch on. I find that a multiply layer just works extra well for what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And you can see how the sketch looks absolutely horrendous. So you can see that I'm clearly trying to change that here. Rendering is the most important part of my process, and a lot of people don't know how to explain rendering, and I think I finally cracked the code on it. What I personally do is I clean it up ever so slightly. You don't want to make it too clean if that's not the look you're going for. If you want like some sort of life to be into it, don't overly clean it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, leave some sketchy lines in there and don't make everything super perfect. And what I do is I clean up like the face of the character that I'm drawing, and then the other parts I clean up just a little bit, but I leave them kind of sketchy. I've noticed a lot of artists do that, and no one ever talks about it. I feel like no one ever talks about that part of the process. And I've just noticed a bunch of artists do it no matter what art style, as long as it's like a rendering style. So I thought that was really interesting, so I decided to kind of implement that into my own artwork. And also, you can see on the left side of the screen how I like change the opacity of the brush and just kind of like change the opacity. I feel like that really helps a whole bunch. And I spent a lot of time like kind of rendering these hands because they didn't look super great in the sketch, so I just decided to figure it out later. And all that good stuff. And you can see here, I put a multiply layer over it, and I decided to do some like really cool shading. What I do is I draw a sun in the corner, and then I just kind of sketch out like the planes of the face and then fill in the color. And then I get my fluffy eraser and I just kind of like soften up some edges that I want. I feel like that's been the most efficient for shading for me, and I will critique myself just now. What I need to do, like when I post the final version of this drawing, is shade the left half of his body, because oh my gosh, I'm looking at it now and it's like I forgot to do that. I shaded like underneath his arms and I shaded underneath his collar. And it's like I shaded like the clothing folds, but I didn't shade the left part of his body. But yeah, I'll fix that when I post this on my Tumblr, because my Tumblr needs some new fan art content. So basically what I'm doing now is focusing on the background, and I just decided to do some like motion blur and, you know, do all that fun stuff. It added like a really cool texture and everything, you know, just all that good stuff. And I decided to clean everything up just a little bit more, you know, just like really getting into the zone. A lot of people like get into this like trance when they render. I hear people say that it's like you just kind of zone out, and it's true. It is so true. And yeah, you can see me clicking on and off the layers, and then soon after this I add another layer on top of everything, and then I shade with purple. Aren't you surprised? Purple strikes back again. But I just decided to like darken up some of the spots that I am that I shaded previously. I feel like it adds like new depth and everything. And I feel like it adds some nice texture and everything. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this process video. Have a good day, guys. Bye!